face of a person that hasn't slept for 32 hours. So we just finished the farmers market earlier. Um, I normally don't do this kind of video, but I'll share it with you. It was really insightful. Um, there is a lot of interaction with the community, which I love so much. So, in terms of the setup, the boys are really, really helpful. But my best team player was Chan Chan because she was just like, oh my gosh. I remember when I used to work for this company, we have this morale team, and she was that person. She would be giving out coupons and like showing them the bouquets and all that. So it was really an experience. It's better than the farmers market last year, but the crowd was basically different. So let me do a recap. So just to reflect, I haven't slept, and then we were packing all the things. We were hauling them in the car. Johnny slammed the door. The jar like just tumbled. The water just kind of like soaked the entire passenger seat, so that was kind of a bummer. But we had towel, so that's fine. And then he went back home after he set up with Kev Kev. So we were at Fairport Farmers Market earlier. Me, Kevin, and Chan Chan, we were like just there, like being super trooper. So the market started at 7 a.m. And 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. there wasn't really any customers. And then I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, there are customers, but they're like, perusing around. Like, speaking of perusing around, I do have a GPT that I created that analyzes the data. So I'm just trying to collect as much data that I can right now in terms of going to that specific market. So 7 to 8 a.m., there's zero customers. Well, there are customers that are passing by, but there weren't any sales. 8 to 9 a.m., we had one sale. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., we had two sales. 10 to 11, we have zero. And then 11 to 12, we had two, which was a big sale. Around, I want to say 34% of my inventory were sold for the first time this year. So I guess that's good. I think I overmade the bouquets because I didn't really have a feel for that market to begin with. But it was really fun interacting with the community, the customers. And then all of a sudden, there was this girl that said, "Hey, I know you. You're the one with the jardinier." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." So we gave coupons and all that. But um, I just wanted to share with you when I created the GPT, there's this floral design bestie GPT that I created. It basically helps me in terms of making the floral arrangements, like, hey, this is what I have in the garden right now. What can I make with it? Can you create an image? So I would replicate that or get insights about it. And then there's also this Plant Pal GPT, which is how do I condition this specific flower? Or like, how do I grow this? What is this disease? Like, I would just take picture. It's so awesome. And then the analyzing part, I have the Trendweaver GPT that I created as well. And I'm like, here's the data. What am I missing? So let's do kind of a deep dive on like hour per hour what happened. So in the first hour, I had my price in there at the market, but it's to be expected. People are just kind of browsing. It's kind of like slow. Gradually, people are like visiting the booths. And then 8 to 9, that's when the traffic started kicking in. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. Am I pricing my bouquets too high? But yeah, I can't compete with the other farmers that own like acres and acres of land. But the good news is I got a lot of the sunflowers and gladiolas sold. I also had a lot of the florets. sold. And then we also met with this two lovely ladies that are big fans of Floret. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a good day at the market. I was there basically for brand awareness, like just throwing my name out there, like, hey, I sell cat flowers. I also have another business, Wapak, that's focusing on smart, sustainable, and stress free products. So I also think it was a good practice for me in terms of the big event next week, which is the Wayne County Fair. That's like a whole week of fun, and like there's like carnival and all that. But I was really, really thankful to Johnny, to Kev, and Chan Chan for being like the MVP today. It was really tiring. I was like around 7:30. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to fall asleep. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, I made it through. And then we had 30% of the vases also get sold. There wasn't any buyers of the amaranths. They loved it, but because of the economic situation that we have right now, people are more focused on buying produce. And speaking of produce, we have a lot of produce in the garden right now that we are going to start offering to our community starting tomorrow. Because tomorrow, all the way through August 10th, is Farmers Market Week. And I kind of want to show you like the setup of um, how the farmers market that we're planning to do in our own front yard is gonna look like, because technically you can do a farmers market in upstate New York either in a roadside stand, which is like in your house, or going to a farmers market event that I went to. Now, it was really, really like a lot of labor, because I probably harvested around 500, 600 stems, I want to say, and then did the design all the way till 3, 4 a.m. Yeah, I can't imagine. And then I was only able to produce 23 craft paper bouquets and 8 vase and 2 amaranths. So I think I overstuffed it, and what the market is looking for is something that's affordable, which what I did was, on the first hour I had my fixed price, second hour I lowered it down. However, I don't know why the fly keeps on going here. However, I think it's to be expected. I think I lowered it down too soon, because the traffic started coming in on the second hour. Um, but I think it's a good learning experience. I mean, it's my first year. I just launched in February for Plants and Flowers Near Me, and it's better that way, I think, to just build brand awareness until you go into the next funnel, which is consideration, like what makes you, you know, different from your competitors, what can you offer to the market, kind of thing. But I'm really excited for the farmers market tomorrow, and which is going to take place in front of our yard, which I'll show you the tent. It's so cute, it's pink. And also the Wayne County Fair. But the strategy that I did was a buy two get one for free. It feels like there's more consumers that are more into that deal. I just think that I did it too soon, and I could have waited a little bit, but that's fine. Like, I'm trying to make sure my flowers don't go into the compost. Um, but sometimes, obviously, it's unavoidable. But at least it wasn't any crickets. I think overall, it was a really big win, and it was really good. So let me go and show you guys how it looks like on the setup for the market tomorrow to celebrate the Farmers Market Week. So we're going to get a lot of nursery pots in here and putting them out front, as well as the mums. We're also going to be offering produce. And that's our pink tent. Look at that. So dramatic. Alright, so we're going to rearrange the plant containers here that we bootstrapped. Shout out to Kevin, Johnny. And obviously my favorite, Alice, yes. So we have this, and then it's going to have an 8-foot long table. Then we'll take that table when we attend the show at the Wayne County Fair. And then essentially this thing right here, once Johnny is done putting the brackets, these are going to have those chrysanthemums, those mums, not the spider mums, but the garden mums. And then people are going to be checking out here. We're going to move this big thing out because it's basically an eyesore. And then they can pay here in our self-service stand. And these are some of the flowers that we are going to be offering starting this afternoon all the way through tomorrow. They do have that pastry bag that I put so that the flowers are still hydrated. But I can't really choose which one is my favorite. I mean, I like this one with the hydrangea. I got a lot of compliments and people were taking selfies on it earlier. Not a lot were buying, they just like go there and take selfies, but that's okay. I just want to get my name out there essentially. My goal there at the market today was, I mean, it would be nice to make a sale, but my goal is to just like build awareness. And then I also have this, but a lot of people were gearing more towards the sunflower with the gladiolus arrangements. So I sold a few of those. And then this is what's left over because I really made a lot of bouquets. Like 2 cars were packed full of these bouquets. And I was really grateful and blessed that they were sold. And then these are the amaranths, which I'll be, if they don't get sold, I'm going to make an arrangement and they're gonna be dramatically dropping over there in my urn planter. So yeah, I think we just have to keep on pushing and remember the only way, wait, what was the saying? The only way to go is up. That was the saying. Anyways, it's Farmers Market starting tomorrow all the way through the 10th. Please support your local community and enjoy your Saturday. This is a short live video. Bye-bye.